What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul. This is the Leeds Therapy. Thank you ever so much for stopping by. As ever, I always appreciate your support and watching these videos that I make. If you haven't done so already, if you could hit the subscribe button for me, if you could like the video, turn the notifications on, and if you've got any comments that you want to make, please feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. And yeah, let's get into it, I suppose. So first things first, let's have a little chat with regards to Farke's press conference. Nothing really to report in this press conference. There's no worries with regards to injuries. There's no new concerns, anything like that. Just with regards to non-Tony's shoulder, they did have checks, they've scanned it, everything's fine, so he's going to be available. That's really encouraging because obviously we've got the game tomorrow, which I am going to manage to get a ticket for, so I'm going to be in the Cop End tomorrow night, which I'm actually really looking forward to. So I may have a hoarse voice, throat, whatever you want to call it, when it comes to talking about the game at a later point. So yeah, overall, like I said, just a nice, real standard press conference. Nothing too much to worry about, nothing too much to get giddy over or to take home. So generally happy about that. So we are playing Watford at Ellen Road tomorrow night. It is an under the lights game. Love an under the lights game against a team that are very, well, they're sitting 8th, so I suppose you should give them kind of the respect that they deserve on that basis. But then again, at the same time as well, they are very, what I would say is inconsistent, is probably the fairest assumption of them as an actual team. So looking at it on their last, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, last 6 fixtures, bearing in mind one of those was against Manchester City. They have lost 4, won 2. Their last game against Luton, they lost 3-0. They then beat Middlesbrough 2-1. They lost to Preston 3-0. They beat Sunderland 2-1, as I said, lost to Man City, and they lost 4-1 to Norwich. So what seems to be quite a prevalent thing here is that when they're away, they're not very good. So in their last 6 games, league-wise, so it's 5, the last 5 league games away, they've, let's see, 4-1, 7-1, 10-1. So the last few league games away, they've conceded 10 and scored 1. So technically speaking, that means that they're going to play tomorrow night and score about 15 goals. No, it doesn't. They're just not very good away at this moment in time. So we just need to be mindful of that and try and keep that in our heads in terms of when we're thinking about the game and how we play it and everything. In terms of their overall strengths, they're very strong at shooting from direct free kicks. They're very strong at attacking down the wings, and they're strong as well at coming back from losing positions. So their style of play is they're very left-hand side focused. That probably means that Bogle's going to be quite involved, as will Rodon. They attempt through balls often. They like to play the offside trap, and they do rotate their first 11 as well. So that kind of tells me that they've not got the most settled team in terms of a regular starting 11 who kind of know who they're playing against. So weaknesses, stopping opponents from creating chances, avoiding individual errors, and then things that they're very weak at, defending set pieces. We've scored from a corner now, so may the floodgates open like Moses parting the Red Sea. We shall henceforth with goals from corners. So defending against skillful players, Nonso, Ramazani, Aronson, Piru. Please, please. And avoiding fouling in dangerous areas. So again, their weaknesses point to what our strengths are. So hopefully that should mean that we should have quite a good game overall. I'm hoping that we will do, but we'll just have to wait and kind of see how that parries its way out. I'm confident. Especially after the last few performances. Yes, I know you're only ever as good as your last game that you played, but the performances have been there, and we're now starting to really click on a little bit, which is what we want to do. Looking at the head-to-head, in terms of normal injuries, we know who's out. Woba, Ampadu, Gruev. They've got Kevin out. And let's just see down here. What are the betting markets saying? Not very much at the moment because the betting markets haven't opened, Paul, you absolute dingbat. Okay, that's fine. So, team news-wise, it says for Watford that we need to expect a number of changes. Mentioned it from Tom Cleverley on Tuesday night with Serralta, Bosele and Daniel Jebison among those who could start. Nagika, I think that's how you pronounce it, should be fit and be able to feature against Leeds in midweek. Mevin Kevin is the away side's only confirmed absentee here. We know what our concerns are in terms of the way that it goes. Now, the prediction for this game is, and this is from Bet365, I'm not a betting man. I don't do bets and stuff. It's just, that's just the way that I don't. They're saying that it's going to be a 3-0 Leeds win. If it is, that would be fantastic. So in terms of the prediction overall by them, is second half goals from Pascal Strauch and Matteo Joseph gave Leeds the result that they deserved on Friday night as they ended Sheffield United's unbeaten start to the campaign with a dominant home win. In terms of performance level, Daniel Farke's men are the standout team in the division and they are now unbeaten in 5 league matches. Watford suffered a painful away defeat. I'm going to put my teeth back in. Painful away defeat against arch rivals. You know when you try and speak and your brain just can't, put the... Has everybody seen that woman on that video that goes, instead of saying spoon and fork, she'll say like spork and foon, and it just keeps going for it because her brain can't put it... Yeah, that was one of them. Against arch rivals Luton on Saturday afternoon, conceding 3 times on their visit to Kenilworth Road. Even more concerning is the Hornets' away form. They have lost 4 consecutive championship fixtures on the road ahead of their toughest test yet. So, Leeds being Leeds, we know what that means. Look, play to our strengths and we should win the game. I can see us potentially, for me, I can see a 2-0 win. That's what I've got in my head. Listen, I will take a 1-0 win now. Absolutely, 100%. At this moment in time, it's about winning games. That's what we've got to do. And that's how we've got to keep moving on up the table as best as we can do and just keep kind of solidifying our position and hopefully start to move away from other people. I'm very zen. Is it this? I'm very zen about this game. So we'll see how it goes. I'm looking forward to being there tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to being in and amongst the crowd. So, yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Just a little quick recap of the live stream from the press conference and also just giving my thoughts on the game for tomorrow night. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. As I said before, if you haven't done so already, if you could subscribe, if you could like the video, turn the notifications on, share it, comments that you want to make, all of that kind of good stuff. Take care of each other, most importantly, take care of yourself, and I will see you soon, probably with a hoarse throat. Cheers.